had some fun with this next story, that's for sure. All festival goers at the upcoming Monofoma Music and Art Festival in Launceston will be wearing onesies if artist Adele Varco has her way. The garment became a highly coveted item at last year's event, thanks to one of her social experiments.
Adele Varco has been wearing onesies every day for the past 8 years. She says it's become a way of engaging with other people. Take a look.
Something that happened with Monofoma was I was interested in what happens when one onesie that might seem weird or strange becomes hundreds or thousands of people wearing onesie. How does it shift the perception or the way we perceive that garment? It's actually more about the social interaction. This is really a tool, and this is too. It's a tool to engage, and this, dressing over 1,000 people in this, really shifted the way they interacted with each other. It was like, high fives, hey, you're wearing a onesie too. So it's perhaps they started having conversations with people they never otherwise would have had conversations with.
Is it challenging for people with different personality types?
Yeah, I think it's interesting how the momentum builds. It's almost like a tipping point. So perhaps those that might be a bit more extroverted might be the early ones who jump into a onesie, but then their friends are in it, like, come and wear one with me. And
And what happened when you then, for a day, I think, or a little while, swapped back and got into what you would describe as boring clothes?
Oh, yeah, so the wardrobe swap?
Yeah, the wardrobe swap.
Yeah, so I did do a wardrobe swap with a guy called James. We actually swapped out entire wardrobe, socks, jocks, everything for a year. Yep. And his wardrobe was like grey V-neck with the jeans. And obviously I was in, he was wearing the one.
Must have killed you.
Yeah, well, I feel like a slightly different person, and I think the reason for that was the reactions for people were no longer like, hey, it's a onesie girl, do the worm at the party. It was more like, oh, where's the onesie? I missed the onesie. And yeah, so it was the interactions that shifted, and for me, that really led to, I guess, thinking that question of who are we when we wear clothes, does that come from the reactions or the interactions from others, and does that then inform our behaviour?
How long are you going to do this for?
I don't know. I'm trying to escape the onesie currently.
Hey, if you could sit with it, I've got a new experiment for you. If you could do me a favour and try and make the tracksuit pants catch on as just an everyday, everywhere experience, even to work. I'd love to wear tracksuit pants to work.
I think it's possible, and I think...
It's unacceptable at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. But I think what Onesie World does is it is an example of something that might seem unacceptable or strange. When we as a community adopt an idea and wear that together, then it shifts the way we perceive that garment.
So we've all got to wear tracksuit pants now.
I think it's the first time I've told you that. It's been my long-term plan to find a job where I can wear tracksuit pants to work. And PE teaching, of course, could be one avenue, but I want to get some tracksuit pants on here. By the way, just listening to that, who do you think's the most likely to do the worm at the party, so to speak, at Breakfast News?
Let me think.
Let's take a look, see if we've got some video evidence here, shall we?
Good on you, mate.
No prizes for answering.
That's just outside the studio, so they didn't have to be asked twice.
That's in the newsroom.
Yeah, in the newsroom. They took those onesies and ran with them.
Can we just keep it going? The longer it goes, the better it gets.
I know what you're thinking, PK. Natural-born athletes.
That's us.
Fantastic, isn't it? Just keep it rolling, keep it rolling. You'll hit the sweet spot soon.
I'm actually quite exhausted.
Yeah. What's with the arms, mate? What are you doing with the arms?
Look, this is the fraction of a second played over and over again. They were on the way somewhere useful. I don't know.
Tom Cruise, was it sort of sliding across the floor, kind of?
More hammer time. That's what George is doing. I'm
just, the directors have accepted the challenge here.
All right, no, let's go on.
Before we make viewers ill, we better pull an end. Sorry, no offence against
what do you mean by
that?
There is such a thing as too much of a good.
No, that's good. Anyway, enjoy whatever you're wearing today, I say. Georgie, any update on the sport?
There is some, but also what I've learned is
more sport than that.
Really, I know. Well, going from athletes to other athletes, and the Australian Open, it's going to start next.